so much for everybody tuning in. We're really happy to have you. We are about to have our 5th Trash to Treasure virtual award ceremony. We're excited to be on year 6 of this, heading on to year 7. So thank you guys for being a part of this in whatever way that you're joining us. Let's go ahead and start by just addressing this quote, which we believe to be true, which is never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. And so you guys are a part of that movement, and so we very greatly appreciate you. So let's go ahead and dig into why you guys all came. To tell you a little bit about how this came about, my name is Candace Prince. I am the Green Hope Project president. And so we have this nonprofit that believes in the 3 pillars of art, education, and environmentalism. And so today what I want to do is introduce you to some of those individuals that help us make this happen. We do have Zulema Macias, who is our vice president, and we do have Darlene Aguirre with us as well, who is our secretary.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here, sharing your artwork with us. And of course, thanks to everyone on the panel. This has been a great work, love of art for all of us here. Like we just enjoy being part of the community, being part of Green Hope. And I know that this project has been going on for years, and it's really good to see that it continues. Virtually, not virtually, it's going to continue because this is a great project. And thanks, Candy, for having us here and doing everything that you do.
Thank you so much. We definitely appreciate you being a part of this. You're one of the founding members, and so we couldn't do this without you. Just so you know about Green Hope Project, we do have our mission. Again, I told you our 3 pillars are education, environmentalism, and art. Green Hope Project is dedicated to promoting environmentalism through community partnerships, education, and the arts. And so all of that kind of ties together very closely in our world. And I think that it's like an ecosystem. Everything goes hand in hand. We do cleanups throughout the year. We do several throughout the year, actually. If this is something that appeals to you, we are always looking for help and volunteers. Unfortunately, there is always going to be trash. And so we do need some all hands on deck so that we can not only make our city look beautiful, but also help the land, the plants, and the animals. We definitely don't want our animals getting into any of this and eating it on accident, thinking it's food. So we always need volunteers. Our stretch of highway is Montana on the east side. So if there's something that appeals to you, please reach out to us. We would definitely appreciate any assistance we can get. We have several events throughout the year. We do workshops and guest speaking to schools. We obviously do Trash to Treasure. We have been pretty virtual for quite some time. And our hope is to next year actually go in person again. And so really have your artwork up on the wall, really have your sculptures on pedestals, have an opening reception with food and live music. And so that's going to be the goal next year. So we do hope that you submit again. A reminder, Trash to Treasure can be participated by elementary, middle, high school, and adults. So pretty much anybody. So encourage everybody to enter next year. It's always submissions. Normally, this year was a little unusual, but normally submissions are in March. We have an environmental summit that we're doing as well. And so there's just a lot going on. We also believe that it's very important to protect animals. And so when we do our cleanups, we try to teach and make sure people don't harm them. We also, unfortunately, come across several animals that are hurt and abandoned. And so I know it sounds sad, but it's kind of lucky that we are there because we have been working with a lot of rescue groups. And so when we find animals, we get a hold of them, and thankfully they support us. And so little Glory down here, poor baby, we did find her, but she is safely in a foster home and has been adopted out. And this little piggy down here, this is one of our fundraising events we did at Alamo Draft House. I can't believe they let us bring a pig into the building, but they did. And so we had a lot of individuals, including Stick House Sanctuary, come in and educate the public about, wildlife and animals. And And so it was a really good event. We also do nature walks. So when we do our nature walks, we want to make sure that not only are they getting outside, but they're really paying close attention to nature. And so that's why we host a lot of photography contests. And so we teach how to use the camera, composition, all that kind of stuff. And then what we do is we have everybody submit their photos at the end, and then we pick a winner and give them a gift certificate. So mad props to the photographers. I wish I took these pictures, but I didn't. So we have Benny Pohl and Liz DeMoltry. And so they are volunteers with Green Hope Project, and they just are phenomenal photographers. So if these are things that you're interested in, then please do make sure that you follow us. We do community murals as well, the most recent one being a one on 601 South El Paso Street. And so this was kind of deviating a little bit from our environmental mission, but definitely stays in tune with our art. And so this is racial harmony. And so this was something that's been in the works for about 2 years now. And so very much like you entering this contest, they entered a contest as well. And 3 individuals got chosen, 2 adults and 1 middle school student. And luckily, we had a third adult that helped support our middle school student, because this was the first mural she ever did. We would love it if you guys would join us for the unveiling ceremony. We will be announcing that on social media and our newsletter, so please follow us. But we're pretty proud of this baby. It's 3 giant murals, and so it's a very important message as well. And then we do workshops ranging from elementary to adults. And so you'll see us working with Girl Scouts, you'll see us working in the schools, you'll see us doing workshops out at local restaurants, at the Environmental Services Department, paper making, jewelry making, doing recycle bottle planners. And so there's a plethora of things that we do. And of course, Trash to Treasure and the summit. And so we are trying to make sure that an environmental summit does stay yearly in our city. There's a bunch of amazing organizations that have partnered with us on that, just too many to mention. But in the past years, we've had environmental summits that have composting workshops, solar cooking workshops, environmental justice lectures. And so we'd like to continue that. And so as you can see, we've had 6 beautiful years of this. And so we're very proud and excited that you guys have made it happen by participating. And on the top right, you can see our first environmental summit poster. So we're hoping that baby continues on as well. And then coming soon, just so you know, Precious Plastic. That is a project that we would like to have down the road, where you can take plastic waste, and instead of have it go to a landfill, you can actually shred it with these machines, turn it into pellets, heat those pellets up, and then mold inject them and have molds where you make new items, or you can even extrude them. And so these are just some images of the things that you can make. So in essence, what you could do is give me your empty used Tide bottle, and then I will shred it, make pellets out of it, heat it up, and then I could make a phone case and give you a phone case back with all these pretty colors. And so it's just an idea of trying to get the community to fight over these products as if they were gold, or as if they had monetary value to them, or just even consider that they could have a different life instead of ending up in a landfill. This is the biggie, and we really do need help with this right now. So Bordalo II is a muralist from Lisbon, Portugal. He has been around for many, many years. He has pieces in Rome, he has pieces in Russia and LA and Ireland and obviously Portugal. But he has this whole series called Big Trash Animals. And what he's doing is, and it may be hard to see, but he's depicting these animals out of trash. And so just to give you an idea of the scale, like the wolf and the raccoon, the eyes are car tires. So that's how big these are. They're stories and stories tall. And so what he's doing is taking these items from the landfill, creating these images of animals that are being harmed by pollution. And so it's a message. He is going to be coming to El Paso. He doesn't have one single piece in Texas. And we are thrilled to be partnering with several different individuals that are helping make this happen. A press release will be going out shortly so that you'll get more details about that. So stay tuned, listen in the news, listen to the radio, look in the paper. It will be downtown. across from the plaza, which is incredible because talk about prime real estate. And the animal of choice, we have been working with local biologists to narrow down the animals that are either endangered, threatened, or species of greatest conservation need. And we do have an animal that's chosen, but again, that surprise will come out when we have the press release. So how do we do this? You know, this is a labor of love for us. We do not do this for pay. The board members, Zulema, Darlene, myself, this is a labor of love. And so even the volunteers that have put several hours in, thank you so much. And so we thrive on donations. We thrive on grants. We thrive on fundraisers. And so keeping in mind that, you know, these things can't be possible unless we have your help. So consider supporting us in some way. On the website, there are donation links. But if you just don't want to donate money, we'd love to give you something back in return if you'd like to purchase something. We do currently have a plant fundraiser going on that will support Bardalo coming in August. The timeline is very short. He's coming quickly, and we still have a portion of money to raise. And we are seeking sponsors if you know any businesses that are interested in helping to support us. And so we do have these plants. We rescue the bottles before they end up in a landfill, and we rescue bottles. The Environmental Services Department, I get mine on Pendle Street, the Citizen Collection Center. And I just go looking for cool bottles, and I scrounge and I do my little treasure hunt. And we cut them, we sand the rim, and we also drill a hole in the bottom so that you have drainage. And then that bottom layer that you can see, so we've got plant, we have soil, and then the bottom layer is crushed glass, and that's for drainage. The small bottles are $8 each, and the larger bottles, we have some really large bottles that are 12. So if you're interested in that, reach out to us. We'd love to give you these plant babies. And then just a short little video so you know a little bit more about how we operate and visually what we've been doing in the community. Before we get started, I don't want to neglect to thank our sponsors. So thank you to Helen and Troy. They have donated several items to our first, second, and third place winners in every division: high school, middle school, elementary, and adult. And so they got some pretty good goodies for you guys. Obviously, Surrealistic Productions helps us with the videos, and thank you to Zoom Design. Zoom Design helps us with everything from website to social media to flyers. And so we really appreciate it. And just in case you didn't know, Helen of Troy is located, they have a huge location here in El Paso on the far west side. And so they're a warehouse, and they have a bunch of different products and companies that they work with, and they help with distributing. But one of my favorite products that they carry is the Hydro Flask. And so our winners will be getting some of these as well. And so I really highlighted this to let you know that it's really, really great because these can be reused over and over. And so they're like really industrial. They take a beating, and I just really hope that you guys consider getting away from plastic bottles. That's one of our things, is that we really encourage people to not have so much plastic waste. And so it's kind of like sad when it's a one-use kind of thing. You know, use the plastic spoon and then throw it away immediately, and you used it for all of like 5 minutes. It's just kind of heartbreaking for that to end up in a landfill. And so you might want to consider Hydro Flasks. They're pretty awesome. And so if you would like more information about, the events that are coming up, go to our website, sign up for the newsletter. And if you aren't someone who wants a lot of stuff in your inbox, that's fine. We encourage you to check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, but definitely follow us so that you don't miss when there's deadlines for other things, when we have workshops, when we have more contests, when we have nature walks, when Bardalo comes, and we want you guys to see, the actual mural going up. So do follow us on Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And there's our website. Clearly, if you got here, you know where the website is. And when you do go to the website and you sign up for the newsletter, it asks for very minimal information, so that should be quick. And if you are wondering, yes, there's first, second, third place, but there was hundreds of amazing submissions we got. And it was hard. It was really, really hard for the judges. And there's some that I even want to keep. I don't know if anybody wants to sell them, but some of them I would love to have. But if you would like to see not just the first, second, first place winners, if you would like to see all of the ones that were admitted into the show, on our website at the top, you're going to see a little tab that says galleries. Click on that. And then there'll be a bunch of old ones as well. It'll be like Trash to Treasure 4, 5, and then you're going to make sure you click on the one that says Trash to Treasure 6, okay? And then you can go back and see the other catalogs of some of the past winners as well. It will not be up right now. You're going to have to give us a little bit of time after the ceremony, and we'll make that live. And so we didn't want to surprise anybody by giving away who the winners were until we announced it. So just a reminder, Precious Plastic is coming soon. Bordalo, the second mural, that big trash mural, is coming soon. We are always seeking educators to help us with curriculum design that is coming down the line. We will be working with one of our judges on that, and you will meet him shortly. I'm always open to hosting workshops. If anybody would like to host us, we would be more than welcome. More than happy to help you out. And so we do a lot of workshops where we teach you how to make other items out of recycled materials. Volunteers are always needed, collaborations are always wanted, and donations are always appreciated. And you can find that donation button on our website. And joining us today, we are going to have opening remarks from Kevin Wickersham. And so Kevin Wickersham is with the Texas Association of Environmental Education. And so, like I said, our pillars are art, education, environmentalism. And so our judges ranged from educators to artists and to people who had a background with environmental studies and education as well. So before we have Kevin go ahead and have his opening remarks, I'm going to do a brief introduction for him just so you kind of know his background. So Kevin, recent vice president of the Texas Association for Environmental Education, is the executive director and founder of Hudson Center for Community and Environment, an environmental justice focused nonprofit organization based in the Hudson Valley of New York, committed to education, action, and advocacy. He has served as a high school and middle school principal, dean, and teacher of language arts and environmental education in a variety of public and private schools over the past 25 years. He also serves as site director for Johns Hopkins University's Center for Talented Youth Programs in a range of settings, including Hong Kong University and JHU's Homewood campus in Baltimore, Maryland. He earned his doctorate from the University of Texas at Austin's Educational Leadership and Policy Department with an emphasis on environmental education. His primary research interests are environmental justice, environmental health, environmental literacy assessments, community engagement, and integrated watershed management. He sounds like the perfect person to be a part of this with his background. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing so that Kevin can say a couple words. Thank you so much for joining us, Kevin.
Of course. Thank you so much, Candace. Really appreciate you having me here. I wanted to say before we get going, you mentioned how great all the art was that I was fortunate enough to be one of the judges to help judge for. And I just want to let you know, Candace, on a few of those, I think we'll probably have some bidding wars because I'm trying to figure out a way to get some of those pieces for my own home and just honor them as well. But
exactly.
I didn't exactly. But anyways, I just want to say hi there to everybody. Hope you're having a fabulous Saturday morning and are looking forward to this exciting day as much as I am. Today, as you all know, we're celebrating the illustrious Trash to Treasure Recycled Art Contest Awards. I want to thank you all for being here today and for inviting me to be here today and say a few words. Thank all the fantastic artists and those who support them. Candace, you and Green Hope Project, of course, deserve tons of credit for making this all happen, putting a ton of hours into this, ton of effort into it. Want to give kudos to all the fantastic fantastic teachers who serve our students in Southwest Texas and in Eastern New Mexico schools and beyond. Just want to tell you a little update, and Candace mentioned it a little bit. I founded a nonprofit in New York. So I am still connected with the Texas Association for Environmental Education. as sort of a friend. I help bring them, folks to them who might use their resources and such. We'll be happy to do that for any of you. I'm actually drinking out of a mug of theirs right now, so we're very close in that way. If you like, check out their website at taee.org. Or I can set you up with them. You can look at our organization's website at hudsoncenterny.org. Be happy to help facilitate any conversations with you. See if we can help you on your environmental education journey with that. So I took this pretty seriously in terms of giving a few words before this event. I thought a whole lot about what to say. I don't know if it'll reflect itself in what I do say, but one of the things that I couldn't help but think about as I was preparing for this were the roles that schools, art, education, and environmentalism play in our lives. As you know, as Candace has said, and they've demonstrated, over time, Green Hope Project's primary aims are to support and promote art, education, and environmentalism, and they do a great job of it. Having spent most of my life working in schools as a teacher, principal, dean, curriculum writer, and so many years as a student in a variety of settings, and seeing the profound potential for good education can bring, I wanted to take a moment to honor those in Uvalde and their schools, and to think a little bit about how our participation in today's celebration, or anything that supports art, education, or environmentalism, can help to honor them. Through art, we learn to appreciate how others experience and understand the world. We might even share their perspectives or learn about new perspectives that help us better understand each other, our joys, our challenges, our world, the things we love, or maybe some things we don't love so much. These are the ways that through art we connect, amongst many others. We learn to empathize. We better understand the role creativity plays in our lives and those of others. We see how things can be expressed visually in ways that might be more impactful than through perhaps speech or writing. We express things that can be difficult to say or communicate. We grow to understand and appreciate each other and ourselves a little bit deeper and a little bit better through art. When this happens, we're more likely to support each other, less likely to harm each other. We see commonalities, whereas perhaps we saw before only differences. Art has great potential for helping humanity and for protecting the other creatures and the life-giving natural resources we enjoy in this world. So, much like we honor the people of Uvalde, we also show deep respect for all of the amazing and heartfelt work we'll see today, and remember that this is about much more than just the act of painting pictures or of creating beautiful sculptures. Through our art, we honor what makes us human, what makes us all partners in this world, and we better understand our profound connections. That's all I really have to say. I hope that gives you a little insight into what I'm thinking about this contest and these awards and the important place it has in all of our lives. So I want to thank you again. And now I want to get to it. Let's all honor your and our amazing art and those who create it. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Kevin. Yeah, that was perfect. And I think it's great that you speak to the power of the arts. It's an outlet, and I think what you guys do is important because visually what you see around you impacts you, whether it's good or bad, right? And so to have certain things imprinted on your mind, you want those to be beautiful things, and that's all that we saw with your submissions. And so I can speak to the fact that Kevin is not all talk. He walks the walk. I mean, he's an amazing individual, and as you can see from his bio, he's out there and he's doing what he needs to do to help his community as well in New York. We're grateful that you have taken the time to look through hundreds of entries and just really be a part of this on a Saturday. So thank you so much, Kevin. And this is a guy who actually has gone on rescue missions with me to help me rescue dogs. And so he's crawling under our houses and helping me. And so, but thank you so much for everything. And that was beautiful. Everything you said was well put. Thank you so much. Yes. All right. So on that note, for the moment you have all been waiting for, our award ceremony. So remember that everyone is a winner, and I will reiterate again that there were so many pieces it was just incredible, and it's so hard. It's so hard. So never be discouraged if you're not in the top 3. That does not mean that your work was not amazing. Art is purely subjective as well, but keep entering year after year. We would love to have you back again. And so on that note, we will begin with our adult division. 3rd place goes to Gabriel Reyes for Just One Slice. This piece, it's a delicious cardboard and newspaper crust with juicy, saucy red acrylic paint and buttery yellow cheese acrylic, topped with a smoky cardboard pepperoni. When I first saw the submission come in, I was like, holy moly, that looks like real cheese. That's such a good job. I love this. This is amazing. And we didn't list all the materials because we didn't want to fill up the page too much, but you got a lot of cardboard going on is what that looks like, but that's incredible. And Gabriel, I think you're going to have some people fighting you to purchase this piece. So congratulations, Gabriel, on 3rd place. And all of our winners, by the way, we will reach out to you so that we can get your certificate and your prizes to you. So just wait for us to get a hold of you later. All right, 2nd place goes to Brittany Canales. Iridescence transcends inhibition. This geometric sculpture is constructed out of cut-up plexiglass and is adorned with CD mosaic. The jagged, serrated structure of the cubes juxtapose the rhythmic formations of the mosaic that encloses them. These elements interact with one another to unionize contrasting forms in their relationship to light and shadow. So that's really amazing that you've been playing with not just the solid, but you're actually playing with light. And so the judges were really impressed with that. And I will give a shout out. Brittany was one of my first art babies that helped us start It's Your World project, which then turned into Green Hope Project. So thank you and congratulations, Brittany. And 1st place goes to Jacqueline Martinez with Maxwell Falls. This series of tea bag drawings was drawn from photographs taken during a hike at the Maxwell Falls Trail in Colorado. The trail consisted of tall, dark forest green pine trees that stretched miles and miles away. I have recently been working with tea bags in my artwork, and I had a set of bags that had been soaked in tea and decided to document scenes from our hike. My intention was to frame these on Japanese rice paper to keep the delicacy of the tea bags and implement natural components to complement the scenery. This is beautiful. And you can imagine their tea bags are teeny tiny. We do actually have Jacqueline Martinez with us. So I'm going to stop sharing so that we can have a couple words from her. Are you with me, Jacqueline?
Hello, yes, I'm here.
Hi, congratulations.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Thank you.
Good morning. So I do have a couple questions for you. So when the judges saw this, they were all in agreement. They loved it. And so sometimes it's hard, right? So one person likes one thing and they kind of fight over it, but everybody liked this one. So congratulations. Is this the first time that you've ever used tea bags within your artwork? And how did you come up with this idea? Why that kind of material?
Yeah, so at the time I was working on my major in drawing at UTEP, and I was taking a course with Terry Bauer. And at that point I was trying to experiment with different canvases. So trying to push that concept of pencil and paper. And I was working with handkerchiefs, white handkerchiefs. So I remember Miss
Okay.
too white, you need to stain these. So she had a jar in her class and we started brewing some tea. We had a bunch of tea bags in there. So after the tea was brewed, I had all these tea bags left over, and I really like intricate, small, detailed artwork. So I was like, I can incorporate these into my artwork. So that was the first time that I experimented with them. And then I do portraiture, a pet portraiture, and then also people. So I started implementing that in the tea bags as well. I remember last year I also, train of thought. I submitted some of my portraiture work on the tea bags, and then this is the latest one that I did. It was a series, like I said, documenting my hike at Maxwell Falls.
That's amazing. Where is Maxwell Falls, by the way? I don't know.
It's about 45 minutes outside of Denver in Colorado.
Oh, that's so beautiful.
So like deep in the forest. And
cool. Another thing that we were wondering when the judging was happening was was there any difficulty in drawing on this type of surface, and how long did something like that take? Was it kind of hard not to tear it, or how'd you do that? What pens or what did you use?
Yeah, so I used the O5 micron pens. It's like a really fine
Mhm.
thinnest. So yeah, I had to wait a full day to let them dry because I had a bunch of them soaking and I had them soaking on a napkin. So I left them overnight. That way they were fully dried and easy to get the tea out of it.
Got it.
And then the drawing itself, it only took about an hour to two because
Okay.
it's very thin paper. It's like rice paper, and what you have to wait for it to be fully dry because otherwise it'll start bleeding into the tea. And for the shadows, I did try to make it bleed a little bit. So I would add a little bit of water here and there.
That's cool. So you kind of have to learn the material, or else, so it's just like anything else. Yeah.
Yes.
So your choice of material is obviously kind of unusual, but it worked and it's really cool. Do you have any other ideas for maybe other things that you'd like to try that are kind of not just, paper and pen?
Yeah, so I definitely want to try to push this concept further. I wanted to try to do cyanotypes on the tea bags as well.
Ooh.
For purposes, I do have a lot of cardboard, so I was trying to see what else I can, everything that's taking up space here, try to like recycle that. So I want to try to do portraiture as well, 3-dimensional and using cardboard.
Nice.
Artist that I follow on Instagram, and he does layering with cardboard. Like the portraits look almost as if it had wrinkles.
Oh, that's so cool. Have you ever
Yeah.
considered using the coffee filters to go bigger?
Yeah,
Yeah, have you?
yeah, because I use those every day. So
Oh, okay. You said, but you haven't done any artwork on them yet?
no.
Oh, that could be.
Taking the tea part. The last year I submitted a piece where I took the tea bags apart, so I actually tried to make them a little larger. And
Mhm. That's super cool. And then one last thing, I know that you have participated in the past, correct?
yes, last year was my
Yeah.
first.
What would you say to anybody who has been participating now, but they haven't like placed or anything? Any words of encouragement?
Well, this year, as I told you before, I didn't have time to. I wanted to do that portraiture cardboard piece, but I didn't have time. So this piece I had done it earlier in January, and I was like, oh, it's tea bag, so I'll try and submit. So it's kind of like a last minute submission, and I wasn't expecting to win at all. So I just go for it. Keep working on your projects. Try anything and everything. I mean, the least when you expect it is when it happens, I guess.
Right. Oh, well, Jacqueline, thank you so much. We're so happy that you have entered multiple years. We've loved seeing your work and having it in the gallery. So, but congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you for hosting this event.
Of course. Thank you for participating. All right. So let's move on to our high school division. So our third place winner in our high school division is Leah Henderson for Inhabitants. Leah is from Parkland High School. Oh my gosh, guys, I can't zoom in right now because it's screen share, but if I could, this is amazing. And so talk about an intricate sculpture in miniature. That's what this is. I mean, so detailed that you've got like the little art tools on the desk. You have artwork. You have a plant in the corner. You have the wood inside the fireplace. It's incredible. And so Inhabitants is about my own wastefulness and the overabundance of items bought for hobbies I've never used. It's about how I'm able to reuse each of these items into my current form of art, miniatures. I felt guilty for buying materials over the pandemic, which hadn't gotten used again as I hadn't enjoyed the craft. I was looking for entertainment. I tried many new things, and in miniatures, I can take all my leftover materials from jewelry making, watercolor, and acrylic painting, embroidery, and other mediums I've never succeeded in, and combine them into an aesthetically pleasing diorama. This reduces my waste from my previous trials in my current life as I reuse trash such as various lids, cardboard, interesting shaped plastic straws of all diameters and lengths, about anything that I have the ability to cut or manipulate into something new. The drawers on the desk open and close, and the scale is 1/24. I can't believe she knows the scale. That's amazing. And so this piece just, it took our breath away. The amount of time that this took, I really, Leah, I hope you continue doing this because this is phenomenal. Second place goes to Alexa Hernandez. The piece is entitled Eye-Catching Dress. The student is from America's High School, and the description is a woman wearing a colorful dress made of soda cans. And it looks like we even have kind of some butcher paper it looks like we have pages from books. We've got soda cans. This is beautiful. This is something that you could easily sell, in the Southwest over here. And so this is really, really great. So congratulations, Alexa. Again, I hope you continue doing artwork as well. And then first place goes to Angela Chavez for a piece called Unraveled Personas. Angela is from El Dorado High School. And I know you may not be able to tell from these photos, but this is quite large. It's pretty big. And the description, as well as the artwork, was something that impressed the judges. So the writing did kind of captivate the judges. A tree will grow through many phases and stand against the environment they are in to prosper. Throughout life, we attach to different personas, adding layers to who we are and changing our personalities through our own environment. As a tree is wilting and dying, it slowly shows the layers it has constructed as it falls apart and reveals its own personas it has created, unraveling the strong being it once was and leaving its vulnerable state to show the faces it once held. That is poetry. And so I am glad that we do have Angela with us. Angela, we have some questions for you if you're free.
Yes.
Yay. Oh, congratulations.
Yeah.
Good job, Angela. And so, correct, you are at El Dorado High School, right?
Yes, ma'am.
I know you have a really cool art teacher, Miss Castañeda.
Oh, yeah, the coolest.
Oh, she's going to play that back over. Well, congratulations on Unraveled Personas. The first question that we and the judges had for you, is the piece right next to you?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay, guys, that's the scale. That's how big that is.
Yeah.
So the first question we have is, can you explain to the audience how large this is and what it is made out of?
Yes, I don't know the exact measurements of it, but I'm like 5'2" and it goes up to above my torso.
Oh my gosh.
It is I made the faces out of plaster. So I had like a mask and I placed it over. And then over that layer, I had put this brown construction paper. So I layered it over to create the faces. And it's the same paper that is used for the rest of it. And then I built the shape out of cardboard that my teacher had.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Did you do all of it in the class or did you do some of it at home or?
I did the faces at home. It was going to take a while, so I did like an all-nighter to do the faces.
Cool. Okay. And then the second question we had is, where did you get the idea for this work? And can you explain the meaning behind it a little bit more?
Yeah. So I had a dream of a woman turning into a tree. And because of the time limit that I had to improvise and I changed it. So I like this idea very much. I had thought, I already built the tree. So I had just thought that I could use what I had already built to improvise and create this. And with my teacher's advice, I decided to make faces. I put 4 faces like surrounding.
Right.
And I wanted it to represent like a different persona popping out as, it's like, as I said, it's like my project was called Unraveling Personas. So I wanted it to represent that it was falling apart and it was letting out this face show and like stages.
I mean, it was very poetically written. Do you write as well as do art?
I don't write, but I do love reading, and I really like writing personal poetry to myself. But that's
cool. Wow. Well, you can tell you worked a lot on this. And then the final question we had for you is, how long did it take you, and what do you like the most and the least about it? Like the process, or what was it that you loved and didn't?
It took like 2 months.
Wow.
Yeah. It was mostly hard just because of my my school schedule. I had all these tests going on,
Mhm.
but I like the most the faces. It's like the popping out, the way that it's like gets surrounded by the intertwines.
Right.
The least thing I like about it is the specific details. Like it's all really intertwined. Some pieces are a little bit harder to intertwine into a way that I liked, but
Yeah.
well,
And we're always going to find things that we notice, but nobody else notices, right? So it'll bug
Yeah.
you, but everybody else will be like, oh my God, that's amazing.
yeah.
And so that's exactly how we feel. This is amazing. And Angela, congratulations and good job on all your hard work. We will get a hold of you with your prizes and all the details, but we're so happy that you were able to join us today. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, so let us move on to our middle school division. And so third place, let me see. We have Valeria Tronco for A Hand Inside a Hand. And this student is from Desert Wind. Description is, it is a mechanic hand where you pull the strings and the fingers move. The fingers move by pulling strings from inside the hand and adjust to a normal hand rest when the strings are released. Not only does this look very cool and clean, but the judges were like, oh my God, they took cardboard and turned it into something that was actually like kind of somewhat functional. How amazing is that? And I think, Valeria, if you aren't going into like engineering or anything like that, you should consider it if you're not going to pursue art, because this is really cool. So congratulations on third place, Valeria. Our second place goes to Alejandra Rivera, A Ticket to Fashion. Alejandra is from Slider Middle School. And actually, this is a submission that was done for a theater class. So that's incredible that we have theater involved as well. So thank you for doing that. And I hope you guys continue to push that in all your disciplines. And so the description is trash and fashion. It was a class project of hers. And so this was a dress that she made for homecoming. Not only do we have the bust and then the ruffles that go out on the bottom, but I don't know if you can see, she actually even accessorized. And so if you pay attention on there, they did make a purse as well. And so you've got those Coca-Cola bottle caps. And so you got that little kind of recycled art purse as well. So Alejandra, congratulations. And thank you so much for participating. This is very cool. First place goes to Kenya Castañeda for The Breakfast We Deserve. Kenya is from Parkland Middle School. Another amazing art teacher there. And so the description is, I want the world to understand the true effect of our actions. We are polluting the world day after day with oil, plastics, carbon emissions, and so much more. Even if we can't feel the impact of our actions yet, we will eventually. If we are treating our world and environment so horribly, why shouldn't we get treated the same? This art piece shows the breakfast we really deserve. Which would be, it looks like a bunch of plastics and cardboard, and ingesting all that obviously would be horrible. And I think that's kind of the point. But this piece is so cool. It actually makes me hungry right now. We do have Kenya with us. So if you're with us and you're ready, we have a couple questions for you.
Yes, good morning.
Good morning and congratulations, Kenya.
Thank you so much. I'm glad to be here.
Oh, we're like thrilled that you came. And this one came up and we were like, what? Like the English muffin looks so real.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how did you get the food to look so real? That was our first question.
So when our teacher announced the project, I had the idea in my mind since last year, because last year I also did a submission about something related to food with
cool.
chips. And I really played with textures and tried to experiment a lot. I tried with dental floss, with other types of cardboards, and eventually I think I found like the perfect type of cardboard or plastic, like the waffle or like muffin.
Yeah.
It was done with carpet. And I just saw like a tiny little patch and I was like, this would be perfect.
Oh my gosh, I'm looking at it right now. That's insane.
Yeah.
How did you do the egg?
The egg, it was I was originally going to use dental floss, but I ended up going with a medicine top for the yolk, or yeah, for the yellow part,
Uh-huh.
and then for the bottom it was cardboard. And little like green onions were electrical wires,
Oh my,
and so I just cut them.
I didn't see the green onions. That's amazing. Oh my God. And so the bacon is cardboard?
Yeah, it's just a different texture.
Oh, okay. Man, you and Gabriel from the adult category with that pizza, you guys should hook up and have like a food party or something. That's a cool. Okay, and then the next question is, can you explain more about the meaning of the ARIC and how did you get that idea? And so I know I had spoke to you before and I said it's a little dark, but
Yeah.
but it's also kind of what's happening. So how old are you?
I'm 14.
So 14, and you're thinking about these major things going on in the world. Where did this come from?
Well, almost always in my art, I choose dark themes because personally, I feel like when people advocate positively, a lot of people just brush it off or just don't see the true effect. And so every time I try and make art, I want them to show the negative effects.
Mhm.
So this was really showing, like, even if we can't feel the impact now, eventually in less than 50 years even, we'll feel the impact. And I wanted really to have that negative impact hit hard, I guess.
So you're just trying to deal with reality and get people to open their eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And for you to be so young and be not only this articulate and talented with arts, but to have something that you're really advocating for. I can't wait to see what you do when you get older. We need people like you. So thank you. And then the third question is, what are you hoping your audience thinks or does after they see this?
Well, I hope that the audience, which is who are watching now, really has this in the back of their mind forever, for the rest of their lives. Because even if minimal things like the plastic water bottles, if we can change that by using reusable water bottles, that will greatly impact, even if it's just
Right.
one person changing it. And yeah, I just want them to take away how much it will really affect us in the future.
So, you know what? I don't know if you know what you're going to do when you grow up and whatever. I mean, you might change your mind a million times, but I really hope that whatever field you go into, that you continue with this kind of mind frame of trying to help make the world a better place, because we need people like you, like I said. So congratulations.
Thank you so much. I'm so glad to be here for a second year.
Yeah. And who's your art teacher? Give a shout out.
Miss Slater. Thank you, Miss Slater, if you're watching.
All right. Thanks so much, Kenya.
Right, thank you.
Mhm. All right. So let us move on. And then one more time, just so you can take a look at that. That is so cool. I mean, I like even the little singe marks on the edge of the egg. That's how I like my egg, a little crispy. So moving on to elementary division. For third place, we have Isel Jayla Rojas with Hawaiian Bird. She is from Loma Terrace Elementary, and this is the recycled Hawaiian bird ready for travel. And so talk about a bunch of things that have been upcycled or recycled. We've got a bunch of bottle caps. We've got some, it looks like cardboard for the wings, and then even on the backing, I think we have some newspaper. So elementary school for Isel, congratulations. This is super, super cute. Second place elementary school goes to, it looks like a group project. Emma Cerna, Piera Zunzunegi, Emma Villarreal, Vera Guajardo. Take care of our planet. And this is an entry from St. Joseph's Elementary. Always get amazing pieces from that school. So thank you so much for entering every year. Amazing art teacher there. This artwork was made to bring awareness that we need to take care of our environment. And so not only were the judges impressed with the message, but it's super clean. The craftsmanship is beautiful, and it's like a functional piece. And so the message of this Take Care of Our Planet is pretty much what we're trying to hit home with for all the events that we do. So you guys really spoke to the judges on this one. So congratulations. We will be in touch with you guys soon. And then our first place in elementary school goes to School-wide project, Brave Bull Chandelier, and the school is Tom Lee Elementary. This was constructed with clearly a lot of water bottles, acrylic paint, string tomato cage, and inspired by the Del Chihuly. And so we actually do have not only the teacher here, but I think we have a couple individuals here that are going to speak from the school, because this is a massive project. I can't imagine how long this took. So let's have a couple words from their teacher, Miss Ordini. Are you with us?
Yes, good morning, everybody. We're here in my classroom here at Tom Lee Elementary.
Oh, hi. Oh my gosh, this is so cool that you're actually on site. I love it. So
Yeah.
I'm going to, before I ask any questions, I'm going to have you introduce people.
Okay, well, we have 2 fifth graders here. They were in my art elective class, so I had them at least 4 times a week.
Nice.
And this is Jeremiah Navarro. He actually won the Artist Award at the end of the year. He is
Wow.
amazing. He's a 5th grader at probably an 8th grade level. I'm very
Okay.
proud of him. And I can't wait to see what he ends up producing as he continues his art career.
So
And then we
cool.
have Tiara Ross here. She's also one of our top students. And so both of them will be answering question number 2 and 3.
Yay, awesome.
Mhm.
So and it's cool. You what campus are you coming from again?
Tom Lee Elementary. We are far northeast and we have a high military population as well.
Oh, that's amazing. It's so cool that you're in the school on a Saturday so we can actually see the artwork. Can you let me see how big that is? I'm just checking it out behind you.
Okay.
What the
That's the
heck?
ceiling.
Oh my God, it's floor to ceiling. Literally
Yeah.
floor to ceiling.
Yeah, it's pretty spectacular.
Wow. Okay.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
We don't know how many water bottles. We lost count.
Wow. Okay,
It was like
so
a
first question to Ms. Sordini. What made you want to do a project with this material and of this scale?
Okay. Well, this year we participated as a campus in New Tech. So we were a New Tech school. This is one of our New Tech projects. And it was a school-wide effort. I had visited some family a couple years ago in Washington State,
Mhm.
and I never knew of Del Chihuly until I went to the Space Needle, and he has his museum at the base of the Space Needle.
Mhm.
So it got the creative juices flowing, and we are a large campus. So I thought, well, if we bring in a landfill, literally, of water bottles for parents and students, from their home use and athletics, and well, what can we make out of it? And so we were inspired by Del Chihuly and his process. This is a STEAM project. We have science, technology, engineering, art, and math in this. We learned about centrifugal force. How do we glass blow? And our driving question for this project was, how can students learn to reuse materials and turn them into a beautiful work of art? And so we had that in the forefront of our minds while we were working on our chandelier. And the students decided on the color scheme.
Mhm.
And this is our Brave Bull color scheme behind us.
Mhm.
So we have red, we have black, a little bit of gray, silver, and silver glitter. Mhm.
Wow, what a pretty color scheme. That just worked out perfectly.
Mhm.
Wow. And wow, way to incorporate art history into the lesson, by the way. That's really cool. So yeah, Del Chihuly is incredible. If you guys haven't seen him, go check him out and you'll see the likeness in what they have done. So they did an amazing job. Okay, my second question is, what was the funnest part of making this and what was the hardest?
The funnest part was probably painting, and the hardest part was probably tying all the water bottles to the
To the frame, yeah.
yeah.
We
So
used
how-
a tomato cage, remember? As a
Yeah.
frame. Uh-huh.
So why was it so hard? Was it just hard to get the knots or to get it to hang, or what was the hard part?
Have to put all the knots, and then we have so many water bottles. You can tie every single one.
Mhm.
Did they kept getting in the way of each other the more you added?
Or we started from the bottom to the top. So
Oh, okay. So you didn't hang it and then get up on a ladder, right? You just had it on the ground? What did you do?
So we hung it up first,
Mm-hmm.
and there was like a really big spot, so we added another level,
Yes.
and we started at the bottom,
Mhm.
and like it worked out perfectly too, because like the water bottles, since we cut them in a spiral, they were long enough. So
Yeah.
Mhm.
like as we put them on, we had to like obviously get taller people and at school, you know.
We also had one parent night where we had just a few parents come in and help with the top ones.
Oh
And we
my
had to
gosh.
drop it down low so that we could reach the
Yes.
top layers. Yeah.
Wow, that is so cool. That's amazing. You explained that very well. Thank you very much. Okay, my next question is how many people participated in this and what will you do with it now? What's going to happen to it? You're going to take it and put it in your bedroom?
Well, we're gonna put it in the cafeteria
Oh, cool.
where everybody can see it.
Okay, so it's going to be like a chandelier.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh, that is so cool. And so how many people do you think helped you?
There's about 850 students inside the school, so
Oh my gosh.
so about maybe like a fourth or a third of the students from the school helped.
Wow. Oh, so you didn't do all of it by yourself?
Yeah.
That's cool. Are you happy with it? Do you like it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to all of you guys. You know, we're going to have to rethink how we're going to do our prize with you because you're a whole campus. We might have to do some sort of a different thing for you guys. So we'll figure it out. We'll talk off camera, okay? All right, but congratulations and thank you so much for doing the lessons you do, inspiring the kids and, you know, and not just doing STEM, but doing STEAM, including the arts in that. And I think that's really important. And so thank you for entering. We're so proud of you guys. And thank you for your admin for supporting you. We do have her administration tuning in, and I think admin support is incredible, and we're just so grateful that you have come. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, so jumping back in, we're almost done, but not quite. Just a reminder, if you want to know about more events like this, don't forget to subscribe to our newsletter or follow us on either Facebook, Instagram, or Twitter. And when you do sign up for the newsletter, it's minimal information. It's very quick and easy. And we also have a volunteer tab. If you're interested in volunteering, that's up at the top as well. The gallery, we are having some technical difficulties with that. So the full gallery will be available to the public tomorrow. So tune back into our website tomorrow. And then at the very top, you're going to hit galleries and then just find the T2T, which is the trash to treasure. And you're going to be looking for year 6. So it's the Roman numeral, it's the V and the I. So, so look for us tomorrow. We'll have that gallery open for you. So everything's pretty and ready to go. And you can kind of see all the other ones. I am going to cruise the gallery to see if anybody will sell me their stuff because I want some of these. So do check them out. Promote this to your friends and family. This will remain up for a long time. When we do go in person next year for our ceremony, we will have a hybrid where we will have some stuff online because we think it's beautiful when your family can tune in at a distance. So you have people in the military and they want to tune in. We would like to keep that alive as well. Okay, and as always, donations are greatly appreciated. This is how events like this are able to continue. And a big thank you to all contributing artists. You guys are amazing. I can't say that enough. I love this time of year because we get to see all the beautiful artwork. Thank you to the teachers for promoting it. The kids would not know this exists if you didn't speak up and tell them. So thank you for going above and beyond to do the extra work to let them know. Helen of Troy has been an amazing sponsor. And so thank you so much for the donations. We'll be getting that out to the winners soon. Thank you to Kevin Wickersham for being our speaker and a judge. Wendy Soto, Elisa Barton, and Nick Natividad were also judges. Thank you guys for your expert opinions. All of our sponsored partners and donors that we may not have said, you know who you are. Thank you. Zoom Design made everything happen as far as aesthetics and just kind of making sure that this event happened and it was beautiful with the flyers and everything. Surrealistic Productions for always helping with technical and video issues, and all of you supporters at home, parents, administration, family, friends. Thank you for tuning in and supporting all of our artists. It means a lot when they feel supported and they continue to do this and thrive and get more creative. So thank you for everything you do. And way to end the show, we're going to have all of our attendees that are on the line. I'm going to stop screen sharing and I want everybody's cameras on. And you can even turn your audio on if you want. We're going to take a group picture. And if the admin's here and you'd like to be a part of it, we'd love that too. So now is the time. Cameras on, cameras on. And so we can see everybody. And so if you want to bring your artwork in it, your doggies, your parents, your friends, anything you can, you're more than welcome. Okay, we'll do a serious one first. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now let's do a goofy one. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Got it. So congratulations again. My winners, I will be in touch with you soon so we can figure out how to get you your goodies. Thank you everybody else for tuning in. Have a wonderful Saturday. Whether you believe in baby Jesus, baby Buddha, or baby Yoda, everybody needs a little love. Show kindness to each other, and keep doing art as a form of therapy and an outlet, because it makes the world beautiful and it makes you stronger and it helps everybody. So we love you. Have a great Saturday. Bye-bye.